Well, we have this equation to solve for x and y simultaneously. We have this equation, it's equation 1.2, this one, 1.2. Okay, I prefer to label the equations. This is why I label them like equation, this is equation 1 and that equation 2. So this is how we can solve. The idea is to make one variable subject of the other variable. Like I prefer to choose equation 1 because here it's easier to solve with. If I do like y plus 1 equal to 2x, okay, we can make y subject of the formula if we move the positive 1 over this other side of the equal sign. So the equation will be y equal to 2x minus 1. So this is equation 1 now, okay? Equation 1 just transformed. Okay, once that we find equation y, we can then substitute the value of y, okay, in this equation, in equation 2, because equation 2 is given by x2 minus xy plus y squared. I can move the 7 over, that becomes negative 7 equal to 0. Now we can just substitute the value of y, okay, which is 2x, wherever we see y in the equation. So the same equation will become then x squared minus x, y, I want to sub in the value of y, plus y squared minus 7 equal to 0. And now the values of y, the value of y is 2x minus 1 and 2x minus 1. We sub in the value of y, that's y. Now let's work it out, simplify. X squared minus x, okay, this will become 2x squared plus x, and then plus, we need to be careful here. It's a common mistake when student says 2x minus 1 over here, 2x minus 1 to the power of 2 is 4x squared minus 1 squared. That's very wrong. So you are not supposed to do that. What you can do then is like you do 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1 minus 7 equal to 0. Then you can do this 2x times 2x, 2x times negative 1, and negative 1 times 2x, and negative 1 times negative 1. Now, okay, this was my x. So this will become what? X squared minus 2x squared plus x. 2x times 2x makes 4x squared. 2x times negative 1 makes negative 2x. And negative 1 times 2x makes negative 2x. And negative 1 times 1 makes positive 1. And then we have minus 7 equal to 0. Let me move this a little bit this way, this side. Equal to 0. Now we can see if we do have like terms, we can combine like terms now. Again, see we have x squared here, negative 2x squared, 4x squared over there. So x squared minus 2x makes negative x squared, negative x plus 4x squared makes 3x squared. So that makes 3x squared. And now I prefer to underline so I cannot forget. So I may not forget what I am combining. So when I do now the x's, we have a positive x there, negative 2x and negative 2x. The 3 together will make negative 3x. Okay, and then we can now work out the constants together like that. That makes negative 6 equal to 0. Now let me just split this my screen by board. Over here, I have, now that I have 3x minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0, you can notice that when I write it here, we have 3x squared minus 3x minus 6 equal to 0. You can notice that we have a trinomial now. But one thing we can do, one more thing we can do, we can notice that they all are multiple of 3. Okay, so meaning each term here is a multiple of 3. because 3 can get into 3, it also can get into -6. Now we divide here by 3 to get rid of the 3. So we divide by 3 the whole equation, okay? Now what we get here, to simplify the equation, we divide by 3. Now we have left with x squared minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, now the equation becomes simpler now. We can just open bracket, write x, we close, open bracket, write x there. We do that only when the coefficient of the x squared is 1, like in this case. Now we can take the last term, which is -2. Now I'm going to write here -2. I'm going to list the factors of 2. We covered the negative sign now. The factors of 2 are just 1 and 2. Now, how can we make a sum, okay, with 1 and 2, a sum equal to -1, the coefficient of x? This is possible when we do 1 minus 2, meaning in the brackets here we have +1 and -2 there. And of course, 1 times -2 makes -2, and then 1 minus 2 makes -1. So this is correct. And then this implies, according to the law, that the law of multiplication, a times b equal to 0, this will imply that a equal to 0 or b equal to 0. So we will say x plus 1 equals 0, or x, I don't need to write bracket, put bracket now. You can just say x plus 1 equal to 0, or x minus 2 equal to 0. Now we can move the positive one over, that makes x minus 1, x is equal to -1, or x is equal to 2. We got the value of x. Okay, and then we will say we're done. No, we are not done. It's a common mistake. Usually students stop here, but you don't stop here because the question says solve for x and y simultaneously. So we have x and y, okay? What we do then, after that we find the values of x. We need to substitute them in any of the equation to find the corresponding y value. But now, preferably, I could sub it in equation 1 or equation 2, but I prefer to sub it in this equation 1, the one that we simplified here, because this is straightforward, okay? Over here, it's straightforward than subbing it in equation 1 here and equation 2 there. It's going to be quite longer, but here it's going to be straightforward, much easier. I'm going to say, let's say here, for x equal to -1, okay, then y, which is given by 2x minus 1, this will be y equal to 2. I sub in the value of -1, the value of x, which is -1, and this will give us -3. Those negative, that 2 times -1 makes -2, -2 minus 1 makes -3. And similarly, for x equal to 2, y, which is given by 2x minus 1, will then become y equal to 2x minus 1. We sub in the value of x, which is 2. And then y will be equal to +3. Now we can say we solve for x and y simultaneously. And you can see the shape of the two graphs here. The two graphs, x plus 1 equal to 2x, x squared minus xy plus y squared equal to 7. The shape of the graph will be like over here. Okay, this is the first equation, the straight line. This was equation 1, and that was the second equation, equation 2. And then you can see over here, that's where they intersect. This is the simultaneous solution. So when x is -1, y is -3, and where x is 2, y is 3. Thank you.